Hello, my viewers and subscribers. Welcome back to the channel. Daisy says hi. This is a little bit different video, but I'm here to talk about the great state of Ohio and its sucky politicians. Talking about House Bill 492 would impose stiffer punishments for drivers refusing to disclose identifying information. That is very misleading. It's to do with passengers in the vehicle. Now law enforcement wants to collect everybody's information in the vehicle: your name, address, phone number, social security number. If you refuse to give it to them, there's multiple misdemeanors you will be charged with, prison time and fines, or quite possibly you may be beaten to death or murdered on the side of the road by some crazy law enforcement officer. But this is all in the name of officer safety. That's BS. This has got nothing to do with officer safety. It's just forcing compliance, stroking their egos is what it is. Because I believe there's a Supreme Court case. I forget what the name is. I've heard about it quite a bit, but unless they can have reasonable articulable suspicion that you've committed a crime, about to commit a crime, or the commission of a crime, or whatever it is, you don't have to identify to them. So, I mean, it's getting ridiculous. Our rights as American citizens are being eroded away continuously. Our constitutional rights. The Founding Fathers put the Constitution there to protect us from the government, to limit what it can do. But what happens when the government doesn't care? I mean, it's been demonstrating that, especially the Supreme Court, but with this officer safety garbage. I mean, what they rule officer safety is more important than anything. The officer's safety is all that matters. How about that 1-year-old down there in Mississippi that those cops shot to death? What was that? What was that kid doing to threaten those officers' lives? Look at Uvalde, Texas. I mean, we saw officer safety, you should say officer cowardness, was on full display for the whole world to see. I mean, how about Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, Rodney King? I mean, the list goes on and on and on. How about that poor, I forget which state it was in, that poor guy who his hat blew off and he went to get it on the side of the road and that cop tried to murder him, shooting at him, claiming he had a gun, which he didn't, and that cop's just lying about it. I mean, can't trust law enforcement, especially when the courts rule that it's legal for them to lie. I mean, they accuse us, the American people, of being sovereign citizens, but law enforcement is sovereign citizens. I mean, they got qualified immunity. Then you got the prosecutors have got sovereign immunity, judicial immunity, presidential immunity, congressional immunity. Government is the sovereign citizens here, because they don't have to obey the laws like we do. So I mean, where's that at? Let me read this. If the bill would become law, it's going to become law. Refusing to disclose your name, address, or date of birth when requested by an officer during a traffic stop would be considered a 4th-degree misdemeanor. If someone fails to identify themselves at a traffic stop, the charge is an unclassified misdemeanor, which is a fine-only offense, Ray said in a press release. By enacting House Bill 492 and changing it to a misdemeanor of the 4th degree, it carries a possibility of a maximum of 30 days in jail. And more importantly, a 4th degree misdemeanor gives jails the authority to fingerprint and identify the person before they are let go. In some cases, these people have warrants out for their arrest for dangerous crimes, and without being able to identify them, whether at the traffic stop or the jail, there'd be no way to know. That's bullshit. The bill is currently, or actually this bill now is at the governor's desk waiting to be signed. Law enforcement across the state and the nation are put in unsafe situation during a traffic stop when some people believe they do not need to identify themselves to law enforcement, Abrams said in the release. Our law enforcement face risks each day they put their uniforms on and start their shift. House Bill 492 provides our law enforcement with an extra tool in the toolbox as they work to keep our community safe. The Supreme Court is not, they've ruled not once but twice that law enforcement is under no legal obligation to protect the public. Period. So how are they protecting our communities? How are they keeping us safe? No, they're not. They're government enforcers, just like the mafia, just like organized crime is what they are. Oh, that's what they're called, road pirates. They steal your property on the side of the road. They claim it's this must be drug activity, civil forfeiture, civil asset forfeiture, and we just take your property and leave, or your vehicle or whatever, and leave you on the side of the road. You don't get no day in court. You don't get charged. You don't get nothing. If you want your property back, you got to prove your innocence. The Constitution says the government's got to prove your guilt. This is wrong, especially this House Bill 492. I mean, they're just go out there, they're just going to start pulling people over to collect their personal information. I mean, what about the Fourth Amendment? I mean, I'm supposed to be secure in my person's papers in effect. This violates my rights. I mean, who protects public safety from officer safety? This just gives law enforcement an excuse to beat you or whatever on the side of the road, to do whatever they want to you. This is wrong. But we need to start voting these people out of office. The Uniparty. Republicans and Democrats. Yeah, that's what they are. The Uniparty, the Purple Party. We need to start voting people, putting people in office, common people, common sense people, who don't take money from special interest groups, foreign lobbyists, or whoever, SEIU, UAW, APAC, and steelworkers unions and police unions and whoever else. I mean, House Bill 492. I mean, I wonder how much money our elected leaders in their state of Ohio took from police unions and law enforcement to pass this. Probably a lot. I mean, I'm sure it's probably a matter of public record somewhere. But trying anymore, I mean, here in the state of Ohio, they're even trying to limit you on the freedom of information. Was it a FOIA request? They're trying to limit you on that and trying to claim that you don't have no rights to request public records. They're trying to keep all that stuff classified. And a lot of it, they're claiming all this, you're trying to get body cam footage or even reports from law enforcement. They're claiming that's going to jeopardize officer safety. It's getting ridiculous. I mean, it's like when I voted. I mean, I changed my vote to Libertarian, and I got a letter from someone in the Libertarian Party thanking me for my vote. I mean, I like to know how in the hell this person knows how I voted. My vote should not be public record, who I voted for. But this person, no, I got the letter from them thanking me for it. That's just wrong. But like I said, who protects public safety from officer safety? Nobody does, because it's illegal. I mean, if a cop wants to cause you bodily harm or even worst case scenario, death, you think the other law enforcement officers are going to stop them or stop that person? No, they're not. They're either going to stand there, do nothing, turn their back, turn their body cams off, or they're going to join in on the festivities. But we, the people, need to start voting these people out of office. Make them unemployed. Get these bums out, these career politicians out. I mean, they come in with modest incomes and they come out millionaires or billionaires or multiple millionaires. It's wrong. It's very, very wrong. How our rights are being eroded away. You're not committing no crime whatsoever, but yet you're going to be forced to identify yourself. What is it, how that deletes law puts it, to some jackboot pig thug? I mean, it's ridiculous. But we, the people, need to look at our candidates, who's up for election, who's running. I mean, that's what I do. if someone's claiming, oh, I'm supported by police unions or this union or that union, I don't vote for them. I don't vote for them. I never have. But we need to be voting these people out of office because they keep passing these unconstitutional laws that put our safety in jeopardy. And this House Bill 492 is just going to give law enforcement an excuse to cause someone bodily harm on the side of the road, or beat them to death, or whatever they want, or taser them to death, or shoot them to death, or whatever. But like I said, we the people need to start voting these people out of office, voting people in who value the Constitution and will not take money from lobbyists, foreign governments, or whoever. It's the only way it's going to change. And we need to start voting these people out. And plus, voting these people out would probably lower our property taxes. So right now here in the state of Ohio, we got taxation without representation. The county auditors are the ones deciding what our property taxes are. I mean, one person gets to decide. One person. I mean, like I said, we got, it's pretty bad. I mean, we got a representation, we got taxation without representation here in Ohio. And it's bad. And this House Bill 492, that's unconstitutional. That is going to injure a lot of people. And there's going to be a lot of lawsuits flying on this one. Because it is unconstitutional. I mean, you're not committing no crime or nothing. And, well, I need your name and address and phone numbers or whatever because it's going to enhance my safety. What about my safety? What about my privacy? What about my rights? Nobody protects them. They're always worried about officer safety. That's all that matters. Well, like I said, we saw that in Mississippi, and that 1-year-old got killed, and we saw it at officer safety, or I should say officer cowardness, on full display in Uvalde, Texas. But officer safety is just a code word for officer cowardness. I mean, these people are bullies and cowards, and I mean, they want to put military uniforms on and put their Darth Vader-styled helmets on and ride around their tanks and stuff. They want to pretend they're soldiers. If they want to be soldiers, they need to join the military and go fight in foreign wars, but no, they don't want to because they're cowards. It's easier for these cowards to attack an unarmed people. People that have no legal right to defend themselves whatsoever. I mean, we the people obey the laws whether we like it or not, but then you got these sovereign citizens. Law enforcement accuses the American people of being sovereign citizens, but they are the ones who are actually the sovereign citizens. You got qualified immunity, then you got the prosecutors with absolute immunity, judicial immunity, presidential immunity, congressional immunity. I mean, how much immunity does the government need? I mean, if these laws are passing are so great, why do they need immunity from everything? Why? Why do they need immunity? Why do they need to break the law in order to enforce the law? That makes no sense. That makes no sense at all. But like I said, we need to start voting these people out of office. It's the only way we're going to make change in this country. Instead of electing the same uniparty or purple party or whatever you want to call them now. I mean, we need a change, and we need a big change, and it's voting them out of office. Making them unemployed is what we need to do. But that's my gripe. If you like my channel, give it a thumbs up. If you like my channel, please subscribe. Thank you for watching.